Independence Day. Well, who really celebrated Independence Day? Well, we're going to talk about the person that really celebrated Independence Day this past week when we get back. I'm CLM II for With Power, the channel that helps find the power within you. Hey, happy Monday and happy 4th of July. Hope everybody out there had a great holiday weekend. It rained up here in the Northeast, and it was kind of difficult to really celebrate 4th of July the way we wanted to celebrate it this weekend, but I'm quite sure that most people got in some type of barbecue, some type of get-together with family, and that's what it's all about. It's all about getting together with family. So we hope everyone out there had a fantastic 4th of July weekend. The person that really celebrated Independence Day this year was a gentleman by the name of William H. Cosby, who everybody knows as Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby got his independence this week, and he's celebrating, but a lot of people out there are not happy that Mr. Cosby got his freedom. After serving, 2.5 years on his, 15-year sentence, he was set free. Why? What happened? Well, here is what happened. Mr. Cosby was set free because the prosecution violated an immunity agreement that he signed years ago when he testified in a case. Now, what does that all mean? Well, some years ago, they asked Mr. Cosby to testify in a case, and they told him that if he testified, that anything that he said that's incriminating, anything that would go against him, would not be charged. He would not be charged. In other words, he has immunity, and they can never ever charge him for any crimes, even though he's going to say things that says he committed a crime. He testified. I guess it went well for the prosecution, and everything was done. Fast forward all these years later, where they actually went back, they got that testimony, and they used it in the case where he was charged with sexually assaulting a coach, a female coach at Temple University. And they used it against him. The jury convicted him. He's off to jail. But his lawyers appealed the case, and when they appealed it, the case conviction was overturned. And it was overturned because the court says Mr. Cosby had an ironclad immunity agreement that he would not be charged using his incriminating testimony from years ago. So they didn't say he didn't do the crime. What they said is that you can't use what he testified years ago against him because he signed an immunity agreement. So the people out there that's up in arms and they're mad that Mr. Cosby got out, it was the prosecution's fault. Because instead of them just working hard and doing their job and finding other evidence, they decided that they was going to dig up this old testimony and use it against him. And it was illegal. And, as a black man in this country, as black people know in this country, the prosecution will use all type of evidence, made up evidence, just to convict us of a crime. And, it's just not right. How many of us are in jail for crimes that we never committed? Because they just make up evidence. So when you have a person that's convicted on a technicality, on a false technicality, and it gets overturned, that's a win. That's not just a win for black people. That's a win for America, because listen, this agreement was signed. It's all there. You can't use it. And you're not going to be able to get away with it. And the courts have proven that they're doing the right thing. So the conviction has been overturned. So they just need to find a different way to convict him. He still has other women who have accused him. And they will have to go into court, and hopefully they got enough evidence where they'll be able to prove their case. But on that particular case, using that particular evidence, it had to be overturned. And that's a good thing only because the law is being used in the correct way. It's not a good thing that the man committed a crime and he's getting off from that crime. It's a good thing that they're going by the letter of the law. And what they need to do is make sure they go out there and do their homework and find true evidence that can convince the jury that this man has committed these crimes. And I'm not saying, I'm not for or against, according to the evidence that I've heard. And when you got 50 or 60 women claiming that the same thing happened to them, I tend to believe you probably did it. Now, will Bill Cosby, do like O.J. Simpson? Now that O.J. has gotten out of jail, he's quiet, he plays his golf, he's not talking any longer. If he would have did that the first time, he wouldn't have went to jail. But this time he got out, he's happy to have his freedom. Will Mr. Cosby do this? Do that? Well, in the first week, he has already made a statement. So I don't think he's going to go down quietly. I think we're going to hear from him in the future, and he's going to try to convince America that he's not this big bad wolf. I don't know if it's a good or bad thing. Bill, you're an older gentleman. I would just keep quiet, but maybe Bill is saying, listen, that's why I'm going to speak up, because I'm an older gentleman and I've always talked. Nothing has ever stopped him from talking, and it looks like spending time in jail is still not going to stop him from talking. So, he's going to continue to talk. My suggestion would be, what? You got your freedom. Go home to your wife, sit down, be quiet, enjoy the rest of your life, and, let's make sure that we never hear from you again. But that's not Bill Cosby. So we'll see what happens. Well, that's it for this week. I just wanted to talk about that. That was really the hot topic for this week, besides what's going on in Florida. And once again, I want to wish everyone out there in Florida our utmost prayers as they continue to dig, and just praying that they find someone alive. It's been a while now, so I don't know. They're finding 2, 3, 4 bodies a day. And it's getting to that point, but we still want to send our prayers out to them. So that's it for this week. Listen, if you like the content, if you like the stuff that we're talking about, don't forget, hit that subscribe button, hit the little notification bell so you'll know every time we upload a video, and just give us a like. It'll definitely help us out. And I will see you next time.